Hi, this is Jordan. This month's XDA Developer TV is brought to you by the Samsung Smart App Challenge 2012. Enter for your chance to win your piece of over $4 million in cash prizes by clicking the banner at the top of xdadevelopers.com or by visiting developer.samsung.com. It's Friday, July 27th, 2012, and if you can't tell by this little bit of mess you can see beside me, it's been a very long day. So we're going to do a very quick recap of this week at the XDA site. First off, if you have a Google Nexus 7 device, or basically anything else running Jelly Bean, you probably realized at this point that Adobe Flash is not supported and generally does not work on it. Or at least that's what we're intended to think. Now, the Chrome browser is loaded by default on most of these Jelly Bean-based ROMs and OSs and devices, and the Chrome browser does not support plugins at this point. However, XDA recognized contributor Stempox came to the realization that you could just sideload the apps back to it that are missing and are not working in some way or another. So with a couple of other forum members, they got together and came to the realization you could sideload the earlier browser version of Flash that worked on previous versions and make it all work. They've also figured out that if you load Firefox to your device, you could play Flash in it as well, doing the same sideloading of Flash APK. Moving on to some Jelly Bean news and updates. This week we saw Cyanogenmod 10's early alpha come out for a couple of new devices, specifically the International Galaxy S2 and the Galaxy Note N7000. However, again, these are very early ROMs, they're not ready to be used on your daily driver, but do keep an eye out on the development threads to see how they're coming along. There were also some unofficial Cyanogenmod 10 ports for the ZTE Blade, the Galaxy Ace, and the Galaxy Geo, and there were a bevy of other AOSP-based ROMs and some unofficial CM10 ports. There's just so many of them that it's impossible to cover them in a relatively short video. Head on over to the XDA Developer site and take a look through some of the portal entries, and you can see the bigger ones that actually made it to the front page. And just head on over to your device's forum and see if they've got one out for it yet. Now, in the one story I really wanted to spend just a little bit of time on, I know a lot of you guys out there are HTC Desire HD fans, so I wanted to make sure to go ahead and throw this in, and I did get an email from somebody asking me to talk about this. Now, HTC said at one time they were going to be doing an ice cream sandwich update for the Desire HD. However, on their blog this week, they officially announced it ain't gonna happen. There's a lot of marketing blah-bitty-blah about weighing factors and customer experience, and realistically speaking, the customer experience would be better improved by improving the software and releasing newer versions of software. Well, XDA senior member Max63094 was not satisfied with HTC's answer there, so he's gone ahead and started a petition. If you're interested in looking at the petition, head on over to the link that'll be down in the video description. He's not even asking them to release Ice Cream Sandwich for the device, he's asking them to release a pure version of the ROM without all of their stuff on top of it, without all of their tweaks, sort of like they did with the original HTC Desire, so the community can just pick it up and run with it and do whatever we want to. The original goal for the petition was about 2,000 signatures. As of the writing of the post on the portal, there were about 4,000. I would like to see this hit much larger than that, so if you do have a Desire HD or just the desire for the Desire HD to be released, head on over to the post, look at the petition, maybe sign it, like I said, if you're interested. Now, on a little bit of a tangent, a really small one here, it kills me to see manufacturers just drop devices like this. You know, the next big thing has come out, let's just completely forget about everything else that's come before it. As a person who has owned the Motorola Droid X and the ViewSonic G tablet, both devices that were completely abandoned by their manufacturers, I hate it, and I know that you hate it as well. So let's definitely send a message to HTC saying, please do not abandon your devices, even devices that aren't particularly old, just because the new hotness has come out. But that's about enough for that. Let's move on to the next thing. And the last thing to mention, if you have not seen it already, you should probably watch Adam Outler's video from Wednesday on the Nexus 7. He opens it and unboxes it the XDA way, which you know we have all come to know and love how he does that. He even shows off rooting the device, so if you want to know a little bit more about the innards of your Nexus 7, if you do have one, go ahead and check out that video. But that's going to be about all from me for today. I got a lot of stuff going on here that I have to take care of tonight. If you like this video, do make sure to hit the like button down below and hit subscribe up above if you want to be notified of our new content as soon as it comes out, as long as YouTube is participating. But that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.